Hi everyone, it is Amelia and it is Wednesday, which means it's What the Heck Wednesday. I hope everybody's having a great Wednesday. Mine's been pretty uneventful. Didn't do much today. I kind of I mowed the lawn, our backyard, and then I kind of just didn't do much else. I was on a list this afternoon, but I had a headache, so that didn't happen. Feeling better now, though. I've drank enough coffee and it's gone. And I have errands to run tonight, so my dog is getting stairs because he's having a hard time jumping. So he's getting stairs. I have to go pick those up. They came in. Okay. Hi, Teresa from Mississippi. Okay, so what I like to do with What the Heck Wednesday is I show 3 sales, 1 fail, 1 sale fail, something that's still sold but it wasn't the best, and 3 things I listed this week. And then I just talk about some goals, what's new, and then I show What the Heck item at the end. And I do it every Wednesday. If you guys are it last week, and I'm not going to do it next Wednesday. So, hi, Christy. Thank you, everybody, for being here. How's everybody doing? How's your sales? Mine have been pretty mediocre, but I've been working pretty mediocre. Hoping the last half of the week will be better. Hi, Justin. So, I'm going to do and also if we hear barking or dogs grumbling, my husband usually is home right now. That's why I have it at 5:30. Well, he's not right now. So they're just going to be in the background doing whatever dogs do. So if we hear him, we hear him. Your sales have been me. I have to really, basically the rest of the week I need to sit myself in front of a computer and just list. So, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do the 3 sales I'm going to show. Now, I haven't had any magnificent sales, and a lot of times I sell stuff between $15 to $20 anyways, so that's what I have been able to source lately. So I've had a lot of those type of sales, but just not any big ticket item sales. But small sales add up. So I'm going to go ahead and start by sharing my screen and doing the 3 sales. Okay, so this is a BMW hat, and I paid 95 cents for it. I did get it at the Goodwill outlet. It probably did not technically cost 95 cents, but what I do is I divide it by how much the total is, divided by the number of items I've got. So it was 95 cents. And I got $16.19 for this. I have been consistently running sales to move old inventory out. That's why there might be some weird numbers in here. So, and I always try to keep my cost of goods super low. That way I'm okay with taking $15-20 for something. Okay, let's see what's next. Now this is a good thing to keep your eye out for. It is a, let's see if I can actually make it big screen. It is a Monopoly Millionaire. Hi, Val. Get back to my screen. Millionaire Deal card game. I paid 95 cents, got a Goodwill outlet, and I sold it for $22.50, and it sold within a few days of me listing it. And these numbers, I believe all tonight are plus shipping, or there's shipping on top of what I'm saying. The buyer paid the shipping. So this is a good little game to look out for. The regular deal really doesn't do as well, maybe about $12. But I don't know if they make this anymore. That might be why it's sought after. I'm not sure though. Don't quote me on that. Okay, next item is the speed stacks. I always pick these up when I find them. I paid 50 cents at a garage sale for them. Faster, but these took a while to sell, and they didn't sell for as much as I usually get for them. However, I did have a weird question about them. Some color of blue they were. So supposedly, some of the cups, there's enough tells you like references the color. I guess all of them have that, so maybe people don't like this color of blue. I don't know, but they sold for $13.05 and plus shipping. Hey, this was the sell fail. I'm pretty sure everybody knows that PlayStation 2. Most PlayStation 2 sport. This was part of a huge lot. It ended up like costing me 10 cents after all said and done. And I sold it for a whopping $5.39. Actually surprised I got that much for it. I've had it forever. So that is the sale fail of the week. 3 things that I picked of what I've listed this week. These usually are things I find interesting or I just want to show. I just pick them at random sometimes. No really rhyme to why I picked them. I'm trying to see the chat, guys. Okay. Let's get back to the 3 listed. Maybe. Okay. So the first thing is this Department 56 Santa Claus platter. He's cute. Paid $1 for him, and I listed him pretty high at $30. And I listed him high because there was another one listed almost as high. I think mine was a little bit less, not because the other, I listed it a little less, because the other one did have a little bit more detail. It looked a little bit more interesting. So I'm listing it high. If it doesn't sell, I'll run a sale and I can lower the price. But he's pretty cute. Okay, the next thing I got was this Villery and Bach, I think. I paid 50 cents. I thought this would be worth more, but it wasn't. It's only worth about $12. It's very tiny though. It's like 2 inches in diameter, 2.25 inches in diameter. So very little. And I think it might be like 3 something tall. It's a pretty small little cup. But it had a cool graphic of a dog, and then on the other side there is a rooster. So I'm hoping to get $12 for it. And I paid 50 cents. The last item is this. I'm probably going to not say this name right. Nocona. I don't know how you say it. Nocona Belt Co. Belt. These prices were kind of all over the place. I really don't like this picture I took of it either. I need to retake it, I think. I actually paid $2.49, which is pretty high for what I usually pay for stuff. But I liked it. It looked like really good quality. So I grabbed it. It has kind of a textile weave in like within it, and then it has like some metal hardware as well. And I listed this for $26. And they look like they're selling anywhere from like $20 to $30 some dollars. It just really depends on size and design, and it also had some like leather weaving on it. You can't really see too much of it right here. I might retake the photo. Truthfully though, I probably won't. I mean, let's just be honest. We have a lot of items to photograph, and it seems like we never have enough time. Okay. So that is the last item. Let's see if I can remove it. Hey guys, sports stuff sucks for me. Yeah, I don't do very good with sports games. So what is new this week? I have been having like the last 2 weeks, since I didn't have a show last week. I've had like 2 shipping problems that I wanted to talk to you about. The first one is like right before the holiday weekend, and I had shipped it out the very next day, and the guy messaged me after. It took quite a while. I talked about it when I did like a vlog and I talked about it. Well, it was late getting to the guy and he messaged me, hurry up on shipping. I feel like, I don't know, like there's nothing I can do about it, if it's late. So I messaged him back and said, well, I shipped it the next day. I'm sorry it's taking so long. It might be because of the holiday. I'll monitor tracking. Well, he got it that day and he ended up leaving me a negative feedback because shipping took too long. Which sucks, but I got it removed. I called eBay. The next problem I had was this. That's how I dealt with that problem. The next problem I had was this guy purchases an item. I believe I showed it in my last What the Heck. It was Maggie Simpson. And it went all the way to the state, to the local post office, and then it didn't get delivered because it said it had the wrong address. Which, I mean, has happened before. Well, guys, was talking to me about it, or he messaged me. He's like, where is it? Where is it? And I explained to him, well, it's getting delivered back to me because it says it's undeliverable. The address is. And I'm like, I called eBay, asked him what I could do, which I knew what I could do. Basically, refund him or wait till it comes back and ship it back. But just how the vibe I got off the guy, I just went ahead and said, I'm not refunding the money since it's coming back to me. And it was a low sell, so I refunded him. And then when it comes back to me, eBay sends the buyer a message that it is delivered to me because it came back to me. So the buyer starts messaging me and saying, where is it? I'm like, well, I already refunded you, which I gave him the option. And he said he wanted the refund, actually. And he's like, where is it? I thought it was canceled. And I told him. And then he's like, well, are you going to ship it out again? I was like, well, no, because I already refunded you. And he was like, well, that's the right address. I'm like, well, according to your local post office, it wasn't. And so he's like, well, then what address did I give you? So obviously there was a disconnect. He wasn't he was not getting that I had no control over what address he put in. And he just kept going back and forth. And finally I just stopped messaging him because I couldn't handle it. It's not that I couldn't handle it, it just was stressing me out. It's at what point there's just some things that it feels like through messages we can't communicate as well, I guess, or especially, and they were both new users to eBay. 0 feedback. They have 1 feedback now because I have automatic feedback, but it's just sometimes you just have to step back and just be done with it. So that's what I did for that situation. Would I recommend that for every situation? No, but I was really out of options. It's I didn't know what he wanted from me. So it's just you just have to step back and block them and be done with it, right? Hi, Tracy. So I was thinking, I've been thinking, I'm like, man, you know how you can go into settings and set it where you don't do 0 feedback, buyers. I thought about doing that, but I hate doing that because, everybody starts somewhere. I was 0 feedback, but it just seems like the last couple of weeks, there's just been little problems after little problems. So anyways, I was rambling about that. Not a big deal or anything, but sometimes it just feels like, ugh. Especially when they happen really close to each other. Okay. Next thing is, let's see, I like to talk about goals. My goal basically this week which is so generic. I mean, it's almost every reseller goal is to list. But I really need to sit down in front of the computer and list, for 2 days straight, just list. I have so much stuff. I don't even want to go thrifting. I love thrifting, but I don't even want to go. I have so much stuff. So that's my biggest goal. And of course, next week I'm super busy with other stuff, like we just have a lot of stuff going on. We got something going on every single day except Friday, which I know a lot of people usually have a lot of stuff going on, but I don't. So when I do have a lot of stuff, it overwhelms me. So with that being said, there won't be any show next week because I'm going to go look at houses. For maybe I can get into a bigger house out of this little one. So yeah, we're gonna go look at houses next Wednesday. So I'm not gonna have a show. Oh, I did try out lists perfectly. I know I said I had been trying that out. And it worked. I tried it out for a month and I ended up canceling my subscription, but I tried it out for a month because I wanted to see how good it worked and everything. Well, it did work good for certain parts, but for how I do duplicate listings, it wasn't the best for me. What it worked really good for is like when I started selling clothing, I started selling it on Posh only, and I kept all my hard goods on eBay because I sold hard goods for about 3.5 years, 3 to 4 years before I started even clothing at all. So I wanted to keep them separate. Well, I decided to cross post to eBay, and I was doing that really slowly. But so when I signed up for List Perfectly, that was my main goal, was to cross post from Posh to eBay, and it worked great for that because I didn't have to save photos, which was awesome because I didn't have any of my photos saved because I used to save all my photos, but it takes up a lot of room to save thousands of photos. So it worked really good for that aspect, and I think it would work good for people that list on one platform and then a few days later, like I know some people do like cross posting and like rotations almost, like they'll list the stuff on this platform and then like 3 or 4 days later they'll list on the stuff on the same stuff on the other platform, and they just do it that way. I don't do that when I cross post now. Like when I have a new item, I just cross post to both platforms immediately. I always put my information into a WordPad first. Like I'll sit down with my inventory book and I'll type out all my clothing information really fast. Doesn't take long, and then I just use that to copy and paste to eBay, to Poshmark, whatever. So for me, since I cross post like that, it doesn't really work for new items, but it worked really good for cross posting old items. I don't know if that makes sense. And I think it would work good if you had like you listed one day and then a few days later you listed another day. That way you don't have to be like saving photos or refinding photos, But I did time myself using List Perfectly and using my method with a new item. And I think it was only like, my methods were only like 10 seconds shorter or longer. So it was, or like 15 seconds. It was very minute for me personally. But I liked it. I liked the app. I liked using it. And it worked really good for cross-posting old listings to platforms. So like if I was planning on opening like another platform up, like if I decided to cross-post everything to Bakari, I would definitely just would be photos. On to the what the heck item. I did say this show is going to be a little bit shorter because I do have errands to run. I have to go pick up some stairs for the dog and just because my cat has found in the last 3 have that. I don't want my cats to be playing with spiders. No, hatching or something. Maybe that's why. Abundant, it seems like. Ugh, spiders. Okay, anyways, let's get to the what the heck item. It's going to be pretty easy tonight because I haven't been sourcing. And it's a pretty common item. So I'm sure somebody will guess it. And then we can just talk about it. Okay. The pretty old. Anybody know what it is? I always forget to put my banner up. What the heck item? A lot tonight, guys. Any guesses? My chat might not be refreshing either. Sometimes it takes a few moments. And I moved the banner because it's kind of big. See it better. Oops, sorry, Chrissy. I mean to click on your name. Oh my gosh, about hit myself in the eye. Hi, Beth. Okay, there we go. I knew it wasn't refreshing. Not sure. Garden trowel buffering. It's buffering. Sorry. Yes. Hank Alan Cash. It is a potato smasher. Masher. Not smasher. Masher. You're correct. Potato masher. It's kind of a weird looking one. It's like L shaped. It's older and has a wooden handle. Yes, it does look like a bent spatula, but it's a potato smasher. And my husband's home, so the dogs are going to bark. Sorry, guys. Okay, and now we have, all right, I'm going to show you a few of them. Bubba! Bubba! Okay, so, sorry, they'll be quiet in a few moments. Bubba! Okay, he's gonna take him outside. Okay, so here's another one. I just have a few to show because I have like 5 of them. Now these are like ones somebody let me borrow. This one's kind of interesting though. I haven't seen one like that. Okay. And here's another one. Now these two are mine. This one's older one. And truthfully, I don't even use potato smashers anymore. When I make mashed potatoes, I use a beater, like a handheld beater, and like they're so good that way with some milk and butter. But here's one that's a squiggly, and then here's like the normal everyday potato masher. So these aren't really worth too much by themselves, but I did see some lots together on eBay. You can lot them together and get like for like 5 to 6 of them, like $25 to $30 it looked like. Sometimes 20, sometimes less. It depends on what kind you have, how old they are. But a lot of times I find these like in boxes, like when I buy in a box lot at auctions. So I would probably, if I was, I like to lot stuff together. So I just like throw them in a box and wait till I got a few and then put them up. Now, if you do find ones that are really good brand, like Cutco, those go for quite a bit of moolah. I think they're like 30 just for one to 40. So if you see one that's a Cutco, you might look it up, right? The square one, yeah, this one's cool. I haven't seen one like this either. And then I seen one that was, there's all different kinds though. I saw a lot online that I'd never seen before. But yeah, that is my what the heck item. Let's see. Oh. Squiggly type. Oh, for ground beef. Yeah, that would work good. Yeah, I don't use them anymore. Like I said, I use a handheld mixer to mix my mashed potatoes now. It's much easier than mashing them. Okay, so remember, guys, there's not going to be any show next week. I'm going to be going house. I don't even know what you call it. What do you call it? Looking? I'm going to be looking at houses next week, so I won't be able to. I won't be here for a show. But I hope you guys have a great week. I'm hoping to put some videos out. We'll see. Maybe not this week. Maybe this weekend, because I really need to sit down and list. I want to do like a listing hangouts type thing like we used to do. I used to do them quite often, but I haven't done one in forever. So maybe I'll do one of those like Friday night or something. Maybe. We'll see. Okay. So, yes, hopefully. We'll see. Beth, we're looking at houses. We live about an hour away from my husband's job right now, so we're wanting to move a little bit closer to that area. Well, wanting's a strong word. We would like, because, okay, it's like a bigger city area, and I'm not really a big fan, but if we can get like within 30 minutes of it, that would be great. So that's where we're looking for a house as, and closer to his job and bigger. That way we don't have to use a living room as a bedroom, right? I want like a whole basement just for my inventory. Okay, guys, if I don't stop, I'll just keep rambling. You guys know that. So I'm going to say, if you have subscribed and you like to be, go ahead and subscribe. Hit the thumbs up if you want to. And I hope you guys enjoyed the show, and I will see you later. Bye, guys.